Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ease of English. We're really glad you're here. I'm Abby.
And I'm Brian.
This podcast is here to help you learn English by listening to calm, natural conversations. We speak clearly, we take our time, and we keep things friendly and comfortable because learning a language shouldn't feel stressful.
Exactly. This isn't a test and it's not a class. Think of it as sitting at a small cafe table with two friends, listening, relaxing, and getting used to how English sounds in everyday life.
You can listen while walking, driving, or resting at home. There's nothing you have to do right now. And sometimes, you might even smile a little while you listen.
In today's episode, we're talking about a very common topic, the weekend.
The weekend usually means Saturday and Sunday. For many people, the weekend feels different from the rest of the week. It's a time to rest, to go out, or to spend time with friends or family.
On Monday morning, people often start conversations by asking a simple question. What did you do over the weekend?
You might hear this question at work, at school, or when meeting someone casually. It's an easy, friendly way to talk.
As you listen today, don't worry about understanding every word. That's not the goal. Instead, listen for the main ideas. Notice how we ask questions and how we answer them in simple ways.
You can always listen again later. For now, just listen.
Right, let's begin.
So, Brian, what did you do over the weekend?
The classic Monday question.
Exactly. Everyone asks it.
Well, I had a very exciting weekend.
Oh, did you climb a mountain, save a village, or discover a new planet?
No.
Oh.
I went grocery shopping.
Truly heroic.
Thank you. I survived the crowded supermarket.
That alone deserves applause.
I'll take it. But honestly, it was a quiet weekend. I really needed rest.
That sounds nice. Sometimes quiet weekends are the best.
I think so. On Saturday morning, I slept late.
Sleeping late means waking up later than usual.
Yes, I didn't get out of bed until almost 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? That is luxury.
I know. I felt very fancy.
What did you do after you woke up?
I made coffee. Strong coffee. Very strong.
Good choice. Coffee makes everything better.
Exactly. Then I read a book for a while.
Oh, what kind of book?
A mystery novel.
Of course it was.
You know me too well.
I do. Did you solve the mystery before the end?
No, and that really bothered me.
That's the sign of a good mystery.
That's what I told myself.
What about later in the day?
In the afternoon, I went to the supermarket.
Yes, the great adventure continues.
I bought vegetables, bread, and cheese. Then I came home and cooked dinner.
What did you make?
Pasta.
Classic. What kind?
Fettuccine Alfredo. Simple, but reliable.
Exactly. I like food that's easy to make.
So do I. Then I watched a movie in the evening.
Which movie?
A very old comedy, The Philadelphia Story.
Did you laugh?
Yes. Alone. In my living room. I was absolutely cracking up.
That paints a very clear picture.
Thank you. I live an exciting life.
You really do.
All right, what about you? What did you do over the weekend?
My weekend was a little busier than yours.
I'm listening.
On Saturday morning, I went to a park.
That already sounds nicer than a supermarket.
It was. The weather was sunny and the air felt fresh.
That sounds perfect.
I went for a long walk. It helped me relax.
How long was the walk?
About an hour.
Nice. That's a good amount of time.
After that, I met a friend for lunch.
Where did you go?
A small cafe near the park.
Did you drink coffee?
Of course.
Of course.
We talked, we laughed, and we ate sandwiches.
That sounds really nice.
It was. Then later in the afternoon, I went home and did some cleaning.
The part of the weekend nobody posts online.
Exactly.
Nobody shares pictures of laundry.
Probably a good thing.
What about Sunday?
On Sunday, I stayed home.
Nice.
I watched a TV show.
Which show?
A cooking competition.
Those always make me hungry.
Me too. Very hungry.
Did you cook something after watching it?
No.
Tragic.
I ordered takeout instead.
Modern solutions. So, overall, a good weekend?
Yes, busy but relaxing.
That's a good combination.
Let's pause for a moment. There's something important about conversations like this that we haven't talked about yet. When people talk about their weekend, they don't always give the same kind of answer.
Sometimes the answer is very short.
Sometimes it's a little longer.
And sometimes, if the conversation continues, the answer grows naturally.
Let's hear what that sounds like.
Imagine someone asks the same question again. What did you do over the weekend? Sometimes the answer is very short.
I stayed home.
That's it.
That answer is polite.
It's normal.
And it's very common.
Sometimes people are tired, sometimes they're busy, and sometimes they just don't feel like talking much.
All of that is okay.
Now let's hear a slightly longer answer. What did you do over the weekend?
I stayed home most of the weekend. On Saturday, I slept late, watched a movie, and cooked dinner. On Sunday, I cleaned a bit and ordered takeout.
This answer is longer, but notice something important. The sentences are still simple.
There's no fancy grammar here.
Just clear, everyday English.
This is how real conversations work.
You can start with a short answer, and if the other person shows interest, you can add more detail. For example, what did you do over the weekend?
I stayed home.
Oh, really? Did you do anything fun?
Yeah, I watched a movie and cooked dinner.
What did you watch?
A comedy.
See how the conversation grows step by step? Now think about your own weekend.
First, think of a very short answer, just one sentence.
Now think of a normal answer, 2 sentences.
Now think of a longer answer, 3 or 4 sentences.
You don't need to say them out loud.
Just imagine how they might sound.
That's an important skill in English, knowing that you can add more little by little.
Let's try one more useful listening exercise.
In real life, people don't just give different amounts of detail about their weekend. They also describe the same weekend in different moods.
The facts stay the same, but the feeling changes.
This is very common in English, and it's important to understand.
Let's imagine one simple weekend.
Saturday, slept late, went grocery shopping, cooked dinner, watched a movie.
Now listen to 3 different ways someone might talk about that same weekend.
Version 1. Positive mood.
What did you do over the weekend?
Had a really nice weekend. I slept late on Saturday, which felt great. Then I went grocery shopping and made a simple dinner at home. In the evening, I watched the classic movie and just relaxed. Overall, it was quiet but very pleasant.
Notice the feeling here. The weekend sounds calm, peaceful, and enjoyable.
Version 2. Neutral mood.
What did you do over the weekend?
I slept late on Saturday. After that, I went to the supermarket to buy groceries. I cooked dinner at home and watched the movie in the evening. It was a quiet weekend.
Here, there is no strong emotion, just clear information.
Version 3. Slightly negative mood.
What did you do over the weekend?
Honestly, my weekend was pretty boring. I slept late, but then I just had to go grocery shopping. I cooked dinner at home and ended up watching an old movie by myself. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very exciting either.
Same activities, same facts, but a very different mood.
In English conversations, people often express not just what they did, but how they felt about it.
You might hear phrases like, it was really nice, it was okay, it was kind of boring, it was actually pretty fun.
These small phrases make your English sound more natural.
Now think about your own weekend again.
Would you describe it as really nice, pretty good, okay, a little boring, very busy?
You don't have to say anything out loud.
Just notice how your feeling changes the way you would answer.
In our conversation earlier, you heard about 2 different weekends.
I had a quiet weekend. I slept late, went shopping, cooked dinner, and watched the movie.
And I had a busier weekend. I went to a park, met a friend, stayed home on Sunday, and watched a show.
Now, think about your own weekend.
Was it quiet? Was it busy? or maybe somewhere in between.
You don't need to answer out loud. Just think quietly for a moment.
Let's notice something simple about the language we used.
We talked about the past, so we used past tense verbs.
You heard verbs like went, watched, met, stayed, and ordered.
For example, I went to the park, or I stayed home on Sunday.
Now let's practice a few useful sentences together.
Listen first.
What did you do over the weekend?
Listen again.
What did you do over the weekend?
Now listen to some possible answers. I stayed in. I got a lot of rest. I played tennis. I met a friend. I went on a date. I visited my sister.
You can pause the podcast and repeat if you'd like. There's no rush. Brian, before we go, one last important question.
Yes?
Did you buy anything interesting at the supermarket?
The cheese was interesting.
Really?
It was very good cheese.
All right, I accept this answer.
Thank you. All right, that brings us to the end of episode 1 of The Ease of English. Thanks for listening and spending some time with us today.
In our next episode, we'll talk about going shopping for clothes, another very common and useful conversation topic.
Until next time, keep listening,
Keep learning.
and remember, English can feel easy.